Alright everyone, welcome back to another new spanking hot what if video, and it's your boy Kanatsuki here, and today we have part 2 of What If Deku, and of What If Naruto was the reincarnation of Demon Mason Pines. As where we last left off, it was, well, in the pyramid. Bell Cipher. Yes, it's not Bill Cipher, it's Bell, just for those who were wondering if it was like the audio going wrong or something. No, it's in this AU is Bell. B-E-L-L. Okay, Bell. As we saw Bell Cipher and Karama basically using a sort of watching screen to spy on, well, the newborn, reincarnated Naruto. As I explained, basically Naruto looks like how he does in canon, with the, and yes, he still has the whiskers, except he's in this, except imagine him with the cyan blue eye, with the glowing cyan blue eyes. And when he's older, he will, of course, be in this sort of outfit. As we skip to when Deku is at the age of 4. As Naruto would be just a child, really. Nothing all that important going on, but relentlessly the two would still watch him. As they would begin thinking of stop watching him until he was about like maybe 10 or 14, until something exciting would happen. And then, while they were watching him for what they thought would be their last day until it was a bit older, Naruto would be basically fighting off some bullies, as they would be harming Naruto's friend Sasuke, calling him basically, they would call him a jerk. And they would call him a orphan, and a basically idiot, a red-eyed demon, along with other types of names. As right now, in this what if basically Itachi did not kill only the clan, but he killed the one he thought was Madara Uchiha, Obito, and himself. As well, Sasuke right now is the last living Uchiha, and the last living pure-blood Uchiha. As Sasuke is just, walking around, Sasuke is basically always bullied, as he's called a red-eyed demon, along with other names. As Naruto would basically rush over to the bullies and would try to fight against them. However, he would easily be overpowered, and this is when Naruto would try to use a jutsu, as he, of course, would have seen Sasuke use and make a small fireball once, as he would try to do hand signs, but something unexpected would happen. Instead of shooting out a fireball, one of Naruto's hands would light up with a jade flame, as he would then extend his palm outward towards the bully, as the jade flame would then turn into a beam of jade fire. As when the fire touched the bully, they would be engulfed and consumed by the flames. As Naruto would then say, "Are you alright?" "Hi, Sasuke." As Sasuke would then say, "Yeah, I am Naruto, but what the hell was that? You just incinerated that dude." As we go to the two yanderes basically watching Naruto, as Belle is basically watching him, as she then says, "Well, this is definitely a turn in events. I thought he wouldn't even be able to create one ounce of flame until he was 10. Well, looks like I was wrong." As Kurama would then say, "You say, if he's more powerful than you would have estimated, then he definitely must be strong at full power." As Belle would then look at Kurama, as as she would turn into this form, as her entire body would then basically go into that sort of flickering mode where it shows memories, or things that Bill or Belle has seen. As she would show, two people. These people, of course, being, she would show, a battle against Naruto and a sort of shaman, or Mason and a shaman, as Mason would then coat his entire body with blades, not going into his ultimate form yet. By the way, if you did not watch the last video all the way, then you might not know what... if you did not watch the last video, you might not know what Naruto's nightmare mode looks like. I have no picture for it at the time. That's why I'm asking one of you who can, actually draw, to basically go to that video and make a, basically make a picture, draw a picture of what that would look like with color, and then basically post it on your community page of YouTube, so I can screenshot it and then use it in my next video. Okay? But anyways, Naruto would then basically coat both of his arms in nothing but metal blades. In swords. As Naruto would basically rush towards the shaman, as the shaman would then say some weird mystic magic stuff, and would spawn orange flame. As Mason, of course, is not fazed by this, as he then coats his arms in jade flames and walks right through, as he then rushes up to the man and ends his life. As in Belle's body then turns back to normal, yellow and black, with the eye, as Kurama then says, "Wow, was that even his full power?" And she would then say, "No, that wasn't even 10%. His full power is called his, how can I explain this? Omni-interdimensional God mode. When I'm in my, basically, final, or just a smaller way of saying it, final form. You see, when I'm in my final form, I turn into a black sort of triangle with 6 arms, a giant eye, and a black top hat. That is basically not a triangle, but a 3D dimensional pyramid that each layer is just turning around in different directions. and giant. As that is my, I guess you could say, first phase. I guess you could say that's my final form. However, Naruto's I haven't seen. Hold on. Sorry about that. As Bell would then say, actually, not even I have seen his final form. However, all I do know about it is it has to be absolutely terrifying. I'll show you guys later at the end of the video what Naruto's final god form looks like. Okay? However, I'm going to need to do some, twisting and turning of dimensions for that to happen. Okay? As the two would then decide that they would keep watching Naruto, as long as they possibly could, to see his development. As over time, Naruto would gain the ability to summon and to spawn at least one blade in his hand. Now, and to spawn a sword in his hand, but not exactly spawn a full blade out of his own flesh. As right now, it's kind of like just a tiny... You can only spawn like 5 tiny tips. And 5 tiny sort of edges. Serrated edges of... Or 5 tiny spikes of metal out of his flesh. Right now, as it isn't exactly that overpowered yet. As we skip to when Naruto is 8, as it is the day of the academy. Or, it's the day of the Genin exams, as Naruto would walk in, as the teacher, Iruka, would then say, Naruto, you're on time. I'm, like always, sitting. Yes, in this, he's a bit more neat, tidy, and always on time. As he would then say, you may sit down next to Sasuke, like always. As Naruto would sit down next to Sasuke, all of the Sasuke fangirls looking at him with angry glares. Naruto, of course, not even caring, not one tiny atom. As Naruto would then say, anyways, what are the Genin exams? When are the Genin exams? As the teacher would then say, right now, actually. As he'd then say, Sasuke, please come up and make at least, and do the shadow clone, and do the clone jutsu, and do a clone jutsu of any type, and, dear lord. Right, you did. So you should not be caring. You already got part 5, and part 6 is coming out sooner than part 5 did. Trust me. Now anyways, back to Naruto. As he would basically, and as Sasuke would walk up to the teacher and would then do the clone jutsu, as he'd then turn it into a clone of, Iruka. Like canon. And he would do 3 clones. He would make 3 clones and turn them all into Iruka. Or 1 to Iruka, 1 to Itachi, and 1 to Madara. As he would then walk away. Now we're skipping all of the other people who are basically extras. Even the especially the living trash can. And seriously, is her Kekigenkai, does she have a secret clan Kekigenkai called the Trash Can Kekigenkai? It just makes her extremely useless. I'm seriously. Now, anyways, Naruto would walk up to, well, to the teacher, as he would then try to do a clone jutsu of any kind, as he would try and try and try, but it would not work, as Naruto would then close his eyes, breathe in, and breathe out, as he would then hold out his hands, as he would try to create a clone, as he would try and try and try, as something unexpected would happen. Metal would actually fly through the windows and out of the ground. Metal of all types, just whether it be full weapons, tiny shards of metal, or even headbands. Or even the metal parts of headbands would fly up, as green flames would then spawn and merge with the metal, as suddenly there was 10 clones of Naruto. As they would all then turn, and as 5 of them would turn into Bell, and as the other 5 would then turn into, as the other 5 would then turn into him, or Mason. As now y'all might be wondering, wait, I thought has he not met Bell yet? Well, technically, yes, he has not, but at the same time, power is like water, and as Frozen 2 always states, water has memory. As Naruto's power has memory of its own. Even deep in his subconscious somewhere, he has tiny fractured memories of who Bell and Mason were. As his power would just be simply reflecting in that. As Naruto would then open his eyes and would put his arms down, as he would see the 10 clones. As the teacher would then say, Naruto Uzumaki, you pass. As Naruto would then say, yes! As he would then dispel the clones, as the metal would then go back into its original shape, and as the jade flames would dispel, and the metal would turn back into its original shape and fly back to where it went, and where it came from. As if it went through the ground, through the walls, or even the windows, such things would basically repair themselves. As Deku, and as Naruto would basically smile, as he would then say, yes, I know again. The next day, Naruto would basically get to school, as the teacher would then say, and as the teacher would basically have everyone in the classroom, as he would then say, alright, and as he would then announce the teams, as he would then say, alright, for Team 7, we have Sasuke, as all the fangirls would then begin praying, as he would then say, Hinata? Shikamaru? And Naruto. As the 3 boys would basically then rush up to each other and would fist bump. As yes, you can actually do a fist bump. Okay? And without both of their hands, basically imagine making a triangle in between all of your knuckles. Basically, that's what a fist bump is, okay? As then the three would basically be left in the classroom while everyone else went with their teachers. As we skip 2 hours later, as Kakashi would walk in, as he would then look at them and he would then say in his mind, we have Shikamaru Nara, with his Kegenkai of the Shadows. We have Sasuke Uchiha with the rare and quite literally last Sharingan. And we have Naruto Uzumaki with his rare green fire and metal Kegenkai, eye of sorts. The three would then, and as Kakashi would then say, alright everyone, meet me at the roof, as he would then do the body flicker and basically get on the roof. As Naruto would, and as suddenly green flames would surround Naruto, as he'd then be teleported right at the, right in front of, Kakashi. As the other two would rush up the stairs as fast as they possibly could as they would get to the roof. As Kakashi would then say, alright everyone, my name is Kakashi Hatake. My likes, Nanya. My dislikes, Nanya. My goals, Nanya. As he'd then say, now Sasuke. And now you, Emo. As he'd point over to Sasuke, as he'd then say, my name is Sasuke Uchiha. My likes are my best friend Naruto and my other best friend Shikamaru. My dislikes are annoying fangirls and people who do not train or disrespect me. Anyways, my goal is simply to try and revive my clan, even if it be with inbred Uchihas. However, they'll have to have the strongest Kikigenkai and abilities, of course. As Naruto, and as Kakashi would then say, now you lazy boy. Now you lazy boy. As he would point over at Shikamaru, as he'd then say, my name is Shikamaru Nara. My likes are being lazy, not exactly training a lot, and not doing anything hard. My dislikes are are physical challenges, dumb people, and things that annoy me. My goal is, I have no goals or aspirations at the moment. As he'd then say, now you kid in the blue and silver jumper. Yes, Naruto is basically in his jumper, except where the orange is, make it blue, where the black is, and where the black or dark blue is, make it silver. Okay? As Naruto would then say, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes are my best friends, Sasuke Uchiha and Shikamaru Nara. Training, studying, tea, and, things that normally perplex others but seem really easy to me. My dislikes are people who annoy me, people who underestimate me, and people who mess up all of my work. And then people who mess up my work. As you then say, my goal is to understand and something close and dear to me. Now, what is this, y'all might be wondering? Well, allow me to explain. You see, ever since a week ago, Naruto would have began having dreams of a woman. As they would just be tiny flashes, but he would eventually be able to draw at least what he thought the woman would look like. These, of course, are Naruto's memories trying to piece themselves back together. Hold on. As Naruto would then say, and as Kakashi would then say, alright, tomorrow y'all will meet me back here, and we'll have a actual Genin exam called the Bell Test. As he would then say, now y'all may go home, don't eat in the morning or else. As he would then poof away. And as, well, Kakashi would then basically poof into a wooden log. As Naruto would then say, was that a substitution? Clever. As he would then say, Kakashi's probably too lazy to even get out of his house. So he probably sent a substitution jutsu here. As Naruto, Sasuke, and Shikamaru would basically walk over to Naruto's house. As when they basically would get to Naruto's house, or I guess you could say apartment, the three would then, and as Naruto would then pull out a set of, what appeared to be a dodecahedron, and a weird shape with 12 sides, and a weird 3D shape with 12 sides. As he would then say, and as he would then say, Shikamaru try to guess what this is. As Shikamaru would then say, is that some type of 3D model you're working on? As he would then say no. As he'd then say Sasuke. As Sasuke would then say, well, I can only I may be intelligent and I may be a prodigy, but as you know, Naruto, no one in the academy, maybe the entire village, comes close to you in intelligence. As he'd then say, therefore, my answer is quite blank, so I would have to say, as he would then say, something incomplex, and you're probably going to show us. As Naruto would then say, you're half right. And as he would then say, you're sort of right, Sasuke, but you didn't get the full answer. As Naruto would then say, this shape is a dodecahedron. As you can see, it has 12 sides. And yes, it is a 3D shape, Now, the reason why it is complex is because as Naruto would then would then show them a small button on it which looked like a pine tree. As he would then press the small button, as the dodecahedron would then unfold, and would basically then unfold, and would transform into a, box. As he would then open the box, it would unfold and reveal a box on the inside, as Naruto then would show them that the box had 13 locks on it, and each of them was a special type of lock that only he could solve. As Naruto would then begin and would basically begin moving his fingers faster than 10 times the speed of light, which was faster than even Sasuke's Sharingan could see. As it would then activate, and as the box would then open, revealing a triangle, or a sort of golden triangle, as Naruto would then say, "Hey, behold, I found this a while ago. Oh, while I was cleaning out my house, this just appeared. I was testing on it, and it has some high energy level, and it has high energy levels that are not chakra, as he would then say. So whatever it is, it can only be presumed as something very destructive or very powerful. As this tiny fragment here is quite literally enough to blow up probably the 10 moon, and is strong enough to blow up about 100 moons, as he would then say. And according to my calculations, this is only a small, almost atom-sized piece of power from the being which this shard came from. As they would then say, "Wait, what? No way. Show us then if you think this thing has actual power to blow up 100 moons." As Naruto would then say, "Fine, but don't say I didn't warn you." As he would then grab the golden triangle, as it would then turn into... As the triangle would then turn into a pendant, which would look like this. As for the first time, Naruto would... Now, the reason why this is happening is because for the first time, Naruto is not using his special gloves to touch it, as he actually wanted to test out what this would do to a normal person, or if it would do anything at all. As he would then say, "Hey, well, that's unexpected. I've never actually touched it with my bare hands, so it appears to have transformed into some sort of pendant." As Naruto would then put the pendant around, and would then see a chain stretch from the pendant, as he would then put it on his neck. As one of Naruto's eyes would then glow yellow with a black slit in it, as he would then get a glimpse of something, or just a small memory. As Naruto would see a castle floating in, and as Naruto would see a castle, as it would say Pine's Manor on it. As Naruto would see him on the outside on a sort of porch or balcony across from from someone with one normal eye, and where her second eye would be was a sort of yellow aura. Now, of course, the reason why Naruto is seeing a yellow aura instead of a second eye is because Naruto has found the first pendant, and has found the first shard, or the first pendant of his memories, as that shard represents that eye. Therefore, now that he has found it, it is out of his. It is now in his memory as a form of an aura. As Naruto, whose eye would then turn back to normal, as he'd then say, "What was that?" As Naruto would then say, "Anyways, you guys wanted me to demonstrate what exactly this thing could do." As he'd then walk outside, as Naruto would then hold out his hand, as suddenly as suddenly a sort of blue, as his hand would then glow with a black aura, as blue flames would spurt and would then basically hover above his hand, as the flames would then lengthen and thin, and as the flames would then become one just spire of flame, as it would then turn into a spear made of blue energy, as Naruto would then throw this spear, as it would go right through a mountain, and as the mountain would then, and as a rift of some sort would open right above the mountain, as the mountain would then deconstruct itself and would float up into the rift, as the rift would instantly then close. As Naruto basically just sent an entire mountain into the nightmare realm on accident. As Naruto would then take off the pendant, as the eye would then glow the eye of the pendant would then glow the same aura Naruto saw. As Naruto would see the eye of the pendant right here glow the same yellow aura he saw in the memory. As Naruto would then see a second yellow triangle, and would see a second golden triangle at the Hokage's on a shelf in the Hokage's office, as it would just spawn there. As Naruto would then say, "I gotta go see Lord Third. I'll be right back." As Naruto would then wobble away from his home over to the Hokage's office. As he get to the office, and Hiruzen would then say, "Naruto, what brings you here?" As Naruto would then say, "Hiruzen, there's something here that is, I guess, mine?" As Hiruzen would then say, "Well, if you left anything here in your last visit, then please, by all means, you may look for it." As Naruto would then say, "Thanks." As he would basically look around on the shelf, as you'd then see the golden triangle, Naruto would have his gloves on, as he would grab the golden triangle and bring it to his home. As Naruto would then take off the gloves in front of Shikamaru and Sasuke, as suddenly Naruto's eye would then and would then it would be normal, the same cyan eyes as always, except one of his eyes would grow a black slit. As Naruto would then see him inside of the thing that he saw and that he read as the Pine's Manor. As he would see him, or basically he would be in a point of view of him sitting in a chair across, right next to a woman. As Naruto would look down, and would then basically look down at his hand, as his palm would have and as Naruto would basically then walk over to the bathroom and look in the mirror, as his eye would then glow in a blue aura. Or his cap or his hat would basically glow in a blue aura. Now, the reason why Naruto saw this blue aura was because the triangle turned into this. As yes, it's a second pendant. As the pine tree pendant would then would then basically hook itself onto the chain that was around Naruto's neck, as it would then turn into and as the chain would then rehook itself, as Naruto would then hold his head again, as this time, the basically hollow part of the pine tree would then glow blue. As Naruto would then see, in the Forest of Death, a third triangle. Now, y'all might be wondering, wait, why is Naruto seeing and get these triangles or pendants that are turning into pendants? Well, allow me to show you something. As this is basically what Naruto's complete necklace will look like. This necklace is basically a combination of basically all of the symbols mentioned on the cipher. As when Naruto's necklace is complete, it will turn into an amulet that looks like this. As when that amulet is complete, some things will happen. But I'm not going to say what yet. Oh dear lord, no. I was trying to look at the time. Sorry about that. Please do not hate on me in the comments for that. Hold on. Yes. Naruto goes to Nerf gun commercial and rips off the word Nerf, so now it says it's buff or nothing. Anyways, still got a couple minutes left, as Naruto would basically walk up and would basically then would say, how long till we can go to the Forest of Death? As his two friends would then say, why the Forest of Death? As Naruto would then say, each time I touch one of these amulets, and each time I basically touch one of the triangles, they turn into these pendants, as he would then show well, and as you then show the necklace and a pine tree one with a blue gem next to it, and a triangle one with an eye on it with a yellow gem next to it. As now, unlike this, looks like basically the star and the pine tree will be swapped. Okay? Okay. As... oh dear lord, hold on. Ah, there we go. As Naruto would then walk away. As we skip to the next day, as Kakashi, and as the three would basically be waiting, as Kakashi would then appear. However, unbeknownst to him, Kakashi would be wearing his, Kakashi would be wearing his, iPad, and would be wearing his headband, except this time would basically be covering both of his eyes. Now, no, he does not have a second Sharingan, as Kakashi would, as well. I'm gonna say Hinata and her team was nearby, as they basically would be walking to another training area, as Hinata would sense something strange. Now, of course, she would sense this strange thing coming from Naruto, as she would think of it as some sort of chakra. As she would then turn on her eyes and would look at Naruto, as she would see a blue, and as she would say a sort of yellow aura and a blue and a cyan aura coming off of Naruto's necklace, as she would then look at Kakashi and would see one of his eyes is red and black, the Sharingan, and the other, as she would then fall down and would begin shaking, as she would then speak backwards. Now, the reason why is because she saw one of Kakashi's eyes was yellow with a black slit. Now, the reason because of this is because Naruto basically, he has found two pendants, meaning that, well, there is just, basically those triangles are a tiny amount of Belle's power, or essence, thus allowing her to, without being summoned, enter the world of dreams, as she would enter, or Kakashi's, as she would basically would enter Kakashi's dreams, as she would then say, and as she would basically then ask him to make a deal. Kakashi, of course, would make a deal for Obito and Rin. However, this, of course, would be a ploy to get closer to Naruto. And that's where I'm ending this part off. Hope y'all have enjoyed part 2 of What If Naruto was the reincarnation of Demon Mason Pines. Hope y'all have enjoyed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time. So goodbye and skadoosh.